day, my lords. Good day, my ladies. So today we are going to talk just briefly about the Trollcross. I've had some questions about how to wear them. So we have our wonderful models out today. The Trollcross is hand-forged 1/4-inch steel. And we have a couple different styles. You can say that there's a angled iron there, squared off, and then this particular one here is completely rounded. There's no angles in the iron. Both of these ones have angles on them. But there is a really neat story. The Trollcross, or Trollcross, is a twisted piece of metal worn as an amulet to ward off malevolent magic. A charm to be worn by early Scandinavian people as protection against the trolls and the elves. The Trollcross is an important part of Swedish folklore. Iron and crosses were believed to ward off evil creatures. The Trollcross continues to be a popular item of jewelry throughout Scandinavia. You might see at Ren fairs, people wear them like as a necklace. There's smaller ones, or as the bigger ones work really well with our ropes. You can see how you might wear them with a belt. Mainly they're for the gals. You can see that it adds to the feminine features and fits really well with their belts and their connectors, and you can wear it higher over the shoulder or on one side of the hip or even in the center. And then these are just three. There are lots of different ways. You can even wear it as a sash over one side of the shoulder. But I wanted to show a couple different techniques. So this one right here with the Trollcross in the middle has two ropes going on one side, a lot like this one. And these ones here are just pieces of fabric. So if you rip the fabric longwise, or if you have a rope like what we use at the rope walk, how you put those on the Trollcrosses is you find the middle of your rope. There's my ends, and there's the middle. And then you take your Trollcross and you're going to feed your rope or your fabric through, and you're just going to loop it around the middle part. And you're just going to pull that up like this. So on this one here, that's all I've done is I just put two ropes. And you can do this with fabric. It's really skinny, so you can add as many as you like. So you can see this one has 4 different sets of fabrics folded in half. And they even went so far as to add like little beads. So you can add little decorative metal work on it, or fabric work, or however you want to decorate your belt. And then all we've done is we've gone around the waist. And then when we come back around, we come through the Trollcross. And ideally, you connect to the ones on the bottom, the little loops. Now, I wanted to talk about the little loops here real quick on the bottom. These loops, I tried to forge them so that they're close enough together that the ropes won't just fall through. So you actually have to squeeze them up between. But you see how it's not just falling through? And then it goes and it lays onto one side. Now to take it off, you can't just pull it through because those hooks will grab onto it. But what you do is you take the tail and you pull the tail up, and as it comes through, the rope just comes right out. So again, to put it on, you go around your waist, come through the loop here, and then when you come down to the bottom, you just pull it up and it goes to one side. To take it off, you take this long tail and you pull it up, and you'll see that it comes right out. So pulling up puts it on, and pulling up from the tail takes it out of there, because those are little hooks there, so they will grab onto the yarn or the fabric, so you got to be careful when you're taking those back off. Okay, now the other picture on this far side here, you can see that they don't come into the loop but as they come around the waist, they just go and grab onto that bottom hook. So you don't have to come back through the loop. If you go around the waist, you can actually just come straight onto the bottom hook. Now what that's going to do is it's going to turn your Trollcross kind of sideways a little bit, but that's okay. You can wear this lots of different ways, and then that will let it hang down. Now I've seen folks too even wear the Trollcross upside down. They like that angle a little bit different, kind of like a you know, a horseshoe. When it's up, it catches all the good luck. Normally this is the way that I have seen the Trollcross worn, but I have seen people wear it upside down. Okay, so you've got this right here where you're just looping them onto the Trollcross, and then when you want to swap it out, you just take that off, and then you can put other fabric on it. You can use other different color ropes. That's the great thing about it, is once you have your Trollcross, you can change it with any outfit that you like, different colors that can match. So the Trollcross is the important piece to have with the outfit, and then how you want to add it on. Okay, let's talk about this one here real quick, because this is one of the most popular ways that it is worn. It really fits well with the curves of the female body, but you do want to be careful because you don't want to get any rash on your neck or on your chest. So the way that I do this one, again, to take it off the bottom, you pull it up, and then it comes out. Okay, pull it up, and then they come out. There's two different ropes on here, so we'll take that off all the way. And you can see that all I've done is I found the middle of a rope, and I put it vertically, because that one's going to go up over the shoulders here. Now I put a second one that is going to go around both sides of the waist. Now you don't have to do it both sides. You could do it on one side like the other one where it goes around one side of the waist, but this one seems to be the most popular way to wear it. So when you do that one just took it off. All you do with your Trollcross is you bring it through the bottom, the middle of it, and you just wrap it around the hooks on the bottom, so that way it'll split nicely and go around the waist. So when we go to put this back on, you want to be careful of the chest area because you don't want the ropes pushing on you or scratching you. So I always start with the vertical one and then do the waist one last. What you're going to do is you're going to take the vertical, and I just spin that 3 or 4 times just so it's a little bit comfortable for you. And then the idea is to hold the Trollcross about where you want it. And then as you go over your shoulders, now here's the important part. When you're doing the vertical one on the back, you need to crisscross. If you go straight down like backpack straps, they'll slide off your shoulders. Okay, so you want to crisscross and then come around the waist. Okay, so when you come around to the waist, on this one, all you do is you just grab the hooks. We don't come back through the center loop unless you want to, but typically when I'm doing this right there, we just grab right onto the hooks. Okay, now let me take just a quick second. Let me show you the waist one here too. So the waist one, you can see all that does is you just go right around the waist and you crisscross. Now you've already got the Trollcross where it's comfortable, so the neck one is holding that one in place, and then you just bring those around and grab onto the hooks, just like that, and then you're set. Now, there's a couple things that I have noticed. My hooks, and some of those hooks that are mass manufactured are slick, so that the ropes themselves, they'll slide. So there's not enough tension like a belt would be to keep your ropes staying on. They might slide off. So I found a really cool technique to help with that. If you're familiar with like how the leather belts are put on, All you do is you take the tail and you loop around your belts here, but you want to make sure to leave yourself a loop right here just on the outsides. So you go underneath them, and then as you bring them back down, this will act kind of like a belt, and see how that locks around the loop? So you still get to see the Trollcross, but that right there will keep it from falling off. It won't slide, and then it won't slide and fall off of the Trollcross. So if you notice, see here, see how I can pull those? These are all hand forged, so they're not all the same thickness. Your rope or your fabric might be thick or thin, so it's going to grab differently on your Trollcross. So if you notice that it's falling off and you want it to keep it nice and steady, just take your ends and remember to go under and make sure to keep your loop there. So then you just bring it back down like you would a leather belt. And that doesn't take away from the look. That still looks really good. You can see your Trollcross there. And now that's not going to slip, and it's not going to go loose on you too. If you're these ropes or fabric would still work really good as a belt. If you've got your fan or a knife or a coin purse, anything else that's on there would still work really well. So that is kind of a brief overview of the Trollcrosses. If you are online and you look up Trollcross belts, you'll find this picture, and you'll also find dozens of other ways that folks wear their Trollcrosses as a belt. You can see we have ropes that we don't have a Trollcross on, but it works really good just like a leather belt. And then we also hand weave belts too. So I just wanted to show some different fashions. And one of the funny things I always want to point out too is every fair that I've been to so far, I've had folks come up and ask to buy our dresses. And they like the way that these fit, and they look really nice as a tunic. But if you look closer, you might notice these are just pillowcases. I grabbed pillowcases by accident rather than sheets. I was going to kind of make togas over them. And when I got the pillowcases, I was like, well, how can I make a dress out of it? And I just cut a V out of it, and voila. So if you did want to make a simple Viking dress or a medieval dress and you didn't have time to make a really fancy tunic, pillowcases work really well. You can cut the V out, and if you wanted to put gores, you could cut the side out here and just put a little V. And then you already kind of have a natural hem where you could do decorative lace or even sew on something or draw something on there. And then you could also put trim around the neck or the arms. So pillowcase is a really good start. Folks want to buy our dresses all the time, but that is not my field of expertise at all. So we're still hand forging our Trollcrosses. We're making our ropes, adding those to your outfits to make them accentuated and beautiful and colorful. I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know, and we'll continue to do more tutorials and videos like this to walk through our products, our belts, our ropes, our Trollcrosses, our penannulars. We'll get onto some penannulars another time, but the Scottish pins to hold your cloak or your robe or even your sashes, and our games. So we hope you guys are all having a great day. We're getting ready to go to Texas for the next 2 months, and we're gonna have a fun time out there. Lots of Ren fairs all over the place. Hope you guys are having fun, and good day, my lords and my ladies. Thanks for watching.